Hello and welcome to the Drawing Animal Podcast with Wesley Bear. I'm your host, Wesley Bear, and on today's episode, we will be looking at the emperor tamarin. The emperor tamarin is a species of monkeys belonging to, of course, the much larger set of monkeys known as the tamarins, which are small monkeys mainly found in Central and South America. They are distinguished for being high tree canopy monkeys that live very gregarious lifestyles, but we will get into that. Uh, the emperor tamarin stands out due to its very thick mustachioed uh, whiskers along its face, slightly fine yellow hairs at certain points along the back and chest, and a long reddish tail, which is about 16 inches in length compared to about a 10-inch body. So, of course, being a tree dweller, the tail is usually about as long or longer than its body, which acts as a perfect way to get through tree branches and um, jump between tree branches, with emperor tamarins able to make jumps of about 20 feet or more. So, pretty impressive considering its size. And they weigh usually around 1 pound. The emperor tamarin is usually found in the mountain forests of Peru, high up, but will also inhabit the lower regions of the kind of western Amazon basin, in which they can be found in both Bolivia and in western Brazil. Um, they will feed on, of course, fruits, nuts, berries, and they also will feed on some animal life, including frogs and insects. And then, especially, they love sap and nectar from trees. It not only acts as an excellent source of carbohydrates and an energy booster, but of course, sap and nectar are very sweet, so it's a way of finding that niche of a sweet tooth, which tamarins are known for. Uh, Tamarins and emperor tamarins are, again, a gregarious bunch of monkeys, usually dwelling at least in groups of around 15, though groups can be up to 20. What is unusual about tamarins is that, including this species, is that quite a few inhabit groups in which tamarin species will overlap and actually get along with one another. So tamarins of one species will be in communication and live not far from other tamarin species. This is thought to help uh, increase the likelihood of finding food, and also adds another layer of protection, as tamarins usually communicate danger through a series of facial gestures and calls, which emperor tamarin at least can have around 30 or so different calls depending on the situation. Males and females uh, are also very closely connected to one another and loving bonds, but females tend to be tied to multiple mates as they care for their young. It will actually take um, about 140 days for a tamarin to give birth, which is pretty long considering it's such a small monkey. But after such time, the female will usually spend about 6 to 7 weeks helping to carry around the young, along with the male, who will actually spend the majority of the time taking care of the kids, as the female will spend only about several hours a day with that kid and helping it develop by, of course, providing milk to the youngsters. But otherwise, males actually spend just as much or even more time taking care of the young. And then after about 2 months or so is when they will finally be weaned. And then, of course, a couple months later, they will start really developing into fully developed tamarins that will hopefully mate in the future. Tamarins overall and emperor tamarins are still pretty common animals to be found in the wild, but that doesn't mean the populations aren't decreasing. Habitat destruction and human encroachment has had a effect on tamarins, but thankfully the overall state of tamarins as a whole and emperor tamarin specifically is still very much in play. And so there's hopefully kind of a bright future for tamarins right now, though several tamarin species are on the edge, but not as much as, say, a lot of other monkey species. So there you are. There is the Emperor Tamarin. I hope you enjoyed your Father's Day. I did this as a drawing for Father's Day, so I figured I'd just talk about it here for the Drawing Animal podcast. Again, free to check out my channel for all the other Drawing Animal podcasts, the Animals in the Bible podcast, and for links to both my books, which can be found on Amazon. I actually have 3 books now, fourth one coming out hopefully soon, that you can get on Amazon, or you can get more information by going to comiccreaturecaricatures.com, which is my official website, and hopefully we'll continue to develop that website, and I'm looking to try and figure out ways to put maybe more stuff on there. Hoping to look at opening another shop that will have maybe future mugs, t-shirts, and the like. So be checking out for that. In the meantime, enjoy nature, enjoy drawing, enjoy God's creation, and have a wonderful day.